While he was in Kiev, he was lobbied hard by the president of Ukraine and the foreign minister and others to greenlight Ukraine's use of American long-range missiles, ATACMS missiles, and other weapons to strike targets inside what Tony Blinken has called old Russia. That means the Russia that existed before the new territories. This means striking Belgrade, Kursk. It means striking Voronezh. It means even striking as deep as Moscow. This is unprecedented. This would be a direct attack against Russia proper, an act of war, an act of aggression that Russia couldn't let go without response. And who would Russia respond against? Would it be simply by retaliating against Ukrainian decision-making centers or the places in Ukraine from which these attacks took place? Or would now Russia be compelled to strike against those who facilitated these attacks, not only by greenlighting them politically, but providing the actual weapons themselves? This would mean American decision-making centers in Europe. This would be an expansion of the conflict that would result in direct confrontation between Russia, the United States, Russia, and NATO, something the Biden administration has said all along that it wants to avoid. And in the United States Congress, we have the House Intelligence Committee, led by Representative Michael McCall from Texas, who has put up a map showing the targets he'd like to strike in Russia. But what these people don't understand is that they're putting forward a slanted version of this conflict. You know, an accurate map put up by Tony Blinken, Victoria Nuland, or the congressman from Texas would highlight, for instance, Poland, Slovakia, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Romania, Germany, France, England, Italy, the Netherlands, the Baltics. Why do I say all of this? Because all of those nations provide a safe haven for Ukraine, a place where Ukrainian forces can train, a place where Ukrainian military materiel can be stockpiled, repaired, where command and control activity takes place, where intelligence is collected, assessed, and disseminated. But Russia doesn't attack them, can't attack them, because they're part of NATO. And for Russia to attack them, even though this activity is directly related to the war, it would lead to an expansion of the conflict, an escalation. So Russia's avoided doing this, even though it has every right to do so. Russia has the ability to decisively interdict all of the activities that I've talked about that are taking place on NATO soil. Ukraine, if it were to launch attacks against what Tony Blinken calls old Russia, all it would do is kick the bear. It's not going to have a meaningful impact. It's not going to change the outcome. The Russians will not be defeated. This will not alter the reality that Ukraine lacks manpower, equipment, and funding to sustain this conflict, that Ukraine is on a path of decisive defeat that could occur sometime this year. And no expansion of the target deck is going to change that reality.